Y'all know what's gotten out of hand? This Michael Jordan, Bad Boy Piston, Isiah Thomas situation. Man, this has gone too far. I'm serious. This story is about 30 years old. And watching The Last Dance, Michael Jordan's documentary, I believe it's parts 3 or 4, Mike brings all this up, uncovers the entire can of worms, and everything is back out here now. And it's really unfair to Isiah Thomas. It's not cool at all. It's really some punk stuff, like Horace Grant said. But I don't mean punk stuff towards the Detroit Pistons. Punk stuff on MJ's part, man. I'm serious, man. 6 important points to know about Michael Jordan when it comes to Detroit Pistons and Isiah Thomas. Point number 1. Michael Jordan doesn't F with the Bad Boy Pistons. You know that's not true. Now, he may not like the Bad Boy Pistons back then, but a couple of years later, he brought 3 of them on board to be with the Chicago Bulls. So that second three-peat, he had 3 Bulls with him. He had James Edwards, John Salley, Dennis Rodman. So I really hate them guys, but I'm going to bring them on my team with some championships with them. Then I'm going to go back on a documentary years later and say, I hate the Bad Boy Pistons, whatever. Yeah, you hate them, but you don't hate them currently, do you? You're not still holding resentment over that 30 years later. Come on now. It seems like you're petty. Number 2. They try to say that Isiah Thomas froze out Michael Jordan in 1985 NBA All-Star game. That's not true. Come on now, let me tell you something. In 1985, Isiah Thomas was a young buck. He was a newbie on the scene. He's like, it's probably his first All-Star game or something. Maybe his first or second All-Star game. How is he going to tell Larry Bird, all these old school cats, Dr. J, Moses Malone, how is he going to tell them how to treat Michael Jordan? Oh no, Isiah Thomas had to get in line too. So if the big dogs and the old heads want to take over the game and let the rookie get some shine when they feel like he should get some shine, that's what happened. That's how it happened. Man, Isiah Thomas ain't had no daggone pull till about, 88? You know what I'm saying? Man, get out of here with that. Number 3. The Detroit Pistons didn't shake Jordan's hand when they lost the championship to him. When they finally lost to him after knocking him out of the playoffs, 3 years in a row, they didn't shake his hand. So look, Jordan's still mad about that. He still holds resentment over that. Now you talking about petty? Come on now. That's like me being upset with something that happened to me in high school football. Oh yeah, they didn't shake my hand. I can't stand. Man, get over it. Bill Laimbeer did an interview today and he said the Bulls and Jordan, they just whining. And it seems like that. These dudes are in their 50s, damn near 60. So Jordan says, hey, look, we shook their hands the last 3 years and they knocked us out of the playoffs, but they couldn't shake our hands. It's a difference. One is losing the series. The other one is passing the torch. Passing the torch is much more serious than just simply losing the game or a regular series. So when Boston were passing the torch to Detroit, they walked off the court. They walked off. They were smacking Detroit around a couple of years. Next thing you know, Detroit got over the hump. Boston just walked off the court. Kevin McHale hung around for a high second because he and Isiah Thomas they played ball together in high school and all that kind of stuff. So they knew each other from way back. So everybody walked off the court while Detroit was shooting foul shots. Come on now. So Detroit was taking a page out of Boston, but we ain't gonna let them off the hook yet, because there's a little more to it. So yeah, Bird did and all that kind of stuff. That game is on YouTube. You can just fast forward to the end, watch that part. They just rolled out with about 10 seconds left. So the Pistons did the same thing because Bill Laimbeer said, look here, we can walk off the court. But take it a step further, they are the bad boys. They're the bad boys. They don't have to do it the same way that the Lakers did with Portland. But the Bad Boy Pistons did it their way. And I give them respect for that. For real. Fan or not, I give them respect for doing things their way and standing up. Until this day, Bill Laimbeer is like, man, F them. That's what we did. We walked off the court. Yeah, they won. So what? We walked off the court. Get over it. I'm rolling with Laimbeer on this one. Get over it, man. He's some grown-ass man we talking about. Number 4, the Dream Team. Did Michael Jordan really snub Isiah Thomas and say he wouldn't participate if Isiah Thomas was put? Nah. Now, Isiah Thomas should have been in there in place of John Stockton and a few other people he should have been in place of. He had 2 championships. He had more championships at that time than Jordan. More than Karl Malone, more than Dave Robinson, more than John Stockton. All of them had 0. Christian Laettner, 0. Chris Mullin, 0. All of them had 0. And Isiah couldn't get him there, and he had 2. It wasn't Jordan that kept him off. No, Scottie Pippen didn't want him on there. Bird said he should have been in there. Clyde Drexler said Isiah Thomas should have been in there. So Clyde Drexler and Bird said that Isiah Thomas should have been part of the Dream Team. You know who didn't want him in there? And that's my boy, Magic. And that's just how it went, for real. And they left Isiah off. Isiah still hurt over that, but he's gonna have to get over it too. But that's bigger than what Jordan is upset about. So don't blame it on Jordan though. Blame it on Magic. Number 5, Isiah has much respect for Michael Jordan. Yeah, he may say a few things here and there, but Isiah respects Jordan for all his greatness. And Isiah even participated in doing new interviews for the documentary. So he's in the documentary. I believe so far the 4 episodes, he's been in 3. Giving Michael Jordan props and giving insight into what the Pistons were doing. He got love for Mike. So for Mike to come back around and like just cheap shot him like that, man. So he's in the documentary, and now all of a sudden he's being vilified and everybody's coming down on him. Isiah didn't ask for this. I'm sure he's like, look here, if I'd have known all this would have happened, I wouldn't have even been in the daggone documentary. How they gonna do me like that? Yeah, Michael Jordan did a little sniper thing in there. He played Isiah. We're gonna see what happens episodes 5 through 10. And last but not least, number 6, Michael Jordan has been out to dinner with Isiah Thomas. He done hung out personally with Isiah Thomas. They done did interviews together. So Mike been acting like, him and Isiah were cool. But come on now. For him to do something like this, so he should at least come out and make a statement saying, no, we cool now. I was talking about how I felt about them back then in 1990, 91 or whatever. But we cool now. Everything is cool. So y'all get off Isiah's back. That's what he should do as a man. That's it for me. Please like and subscribe. I truly appreciate it. Leave a comment. If you want to break something down to me, let me see something a different way from your perspective. I appreciate that too. Money Green. Talk to me. Make money, go shopping. Soon another video will be dropping.